Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Chalkboard Chats. My name is Henry. I'm a life coach for teachers. And on this channel, we discuss all things teaching and everything in support of teachers. And today I wanted to share with you something that has been a bit of a game changer for me. I'll share first a little bit of a background. Last week was not a great week. Um, I was teaching last week, and the admin asked me if it was okay to swap classrooms because I was in the biggest classroom of the center, and my class size is actually not that big anymore. I used to have a lot of students in this class, but some have moved up, some have moved away, and some have moved down. So I am down to, what do I have, 16 or 17 students, and I used to have 21. So and I was still using the biggest classroom in the center. And my colleague actually was in a smaller classroom with so many more students. So they said, hey, can we swap the classrooms? I was like, yeah, sure. Of course, no problem. I then, well, that was on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, I had my first class in the smaller classroom. Good God, the classroom sucked. Oh, it was so bad. There is no space. So in my old classroom, we had so much space to play these stupid, silly games. They could like run around. We could do like dancing activities, and it was just a lot of fun. We could like sit in a massive circle. And now I had to put them in like test formation, so it's all isolated chairs. And we started with 3 rows, but then it's so close up to the board that I don't have much space to walk around. So I made it, I shrunk it a little bit down. I put them a little bit cozier together. I made it into 2 rows. But the first 20 minutes, we were just trying to figure out how to set up this classroom. And the board is also very different. So it's a smart TV, and but this one is slightly different. So I cannot really write on it. And there isn't that much board space next to the smart TV. So I mean, it sucks. Oh, it sucks so bad. So I was just quite annoyed during the class. And then after the class, I got home and I was like, "Ugh, ugh, I'm so sick and tired of trying to, figure things out, trying to make everything work." I was also feeling a little bit righteous. I was like, if you just ask the teacher what they want, but this isn't really serving me because it's mostly me feeling awful and me resenting the reality, me being annoyed by all the people, how they do their jobs and all the decisions they make. Not necessarily that I had to take the smaller classroom. That's just, sorry, I just left my phone on. That's just, I mean, I didn't have the biggest class anymore, so fair enough. But then to have these classrooms that are so tiny, and then there's also so there's like, it's a classroom and it has this kind of, I don't know how to call this shape. It's like, it's straight, like the bottom, if you like a bird's eye view, this side is where the board is, and then the rest of the classroom kind of goes into like an odd triangle shape, but it's rounded slightly. And then there's also in the back, there is a standalone column, and behind the column, they put extra chairs, and it's so annoying. So I was, bristling and fuming and I'm so tired of swimming upstream and all these things. But then I realized, I was like, you know what? I can continue to, hate on this classroom, but if I think about it, this is what the school wants. They converted these classrooms, they set them up, they said it was finished, and then that's it. So they deemed this classroom, this size, and this amount of people, these amount of students in this class to be okay. They're like, yeah, yeah, this is the quality that we're going for. And once I realized that, I was like, and who am I to like disagree? Of course, I disagree with so many things. But that's not up to me. I'm just the one who has to teach the lesson. And I am only annoying myself and I'm only being frustrated and nothing will change. Because I'm not going to say, listen, we need to change this classroom. What am I going to do about it? And nobody can change it. Um, so I was like, you know what? This is what the school wants. This is what they want. This is the quality that they are aiming for. This is what they've decided that this is okay. And then, therefore, it is going to be okay. This is what they want. This is what they get because this is what they have. And I am not going to put any energy into fighting it. Um, and I am not going to put any energy into, arguing with it or wanting to change it. That is not my job. And that's not where I'm going to put my energy and effort. Hell no, I have better things to do. So once I realized, I was like, I can just give this back to the school. I don't have to agree with it. I just need to teach this the material. And if the students and the parents, they're like, oh, I hate this classroom, yeah, tell the school, don't tell me. I mean, of course you can tell me, but you know what I'm saying, like, I give this back to the school. This is their decision, this is what they want, this is what they get, and I don't need to agree with it, I don't need to like it, I just need to teach my class, and that is it. And as soon as I realized that, it's just like this poof, this weight or this burden or just anything just like kind of lifted out of me. And all of a sudden I was like, okay, well, that's my problem solved. And I've started realizing this a couple of months ago with there was something in the material where I thought, why on earth are we teaching this? And then I realized, but this is what the school has decided. They looked at the material and they were like, yeah, I need these students to know the difference between this and this. And even though nobody else can hear it on the first go, this is what they want. So therefore, I will teach it. And if they all make mistakes, that is okay. I've done my best. I am in control of what I teach. I am not in control over what other people think or what they learn. If they learn, I am fully responsible for what is taught. Therefore, I teach the things and I kind of like keep my own opinion and my ideas to decide. It's not that I, suppress it necessarily, but it's just like, yeah, I can have an opinion, but my opinion does not really matter. And I don't need to like it or I need to love it. I don't need to agree with it in order to actually do the lesson. Um, so, and it pops up every now and then. And just the idea to say, no, no, this is what the school wants, this is what the school gets, it makes me feel very free because now I don't have the control over it. I don't want the control over it. I don't need to control it. And I'm like, I just teach. I was like, this is so much easier. And I could recommend it to everybody. Every time you notice yourself getting, I don't know, all worked up and annoyed, think about who decided that this is needed to be done. And if it's the school, then you're like, you know what? I give it back to the school. I also had it with this is like a while ago now. A parent, this is end of course graduation where the parents, I get to meet the parents, and if they want, they can talk to me. And these parents wanted to complain about the new product. So what this company does is like half of the classes online and half of the classes in person, face to face. And the parents were so mad about the online part. They're like, I don't like it. Da, da, da. And I just sat there and I was like, yeah, but this is your complaint to the company, not a complaint to me, not a complaint about my teaching, about my classes. Um, and I just felt very free to sit there and hear them without taking on the responsibility, without feeling bad about myself or without feeling bad about the work that I've done. I was like, no, 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 this is between them and the school. And anytime there is something between other people and the school, I'm like, I don't need to be in between there. The school can figure this out. The company can handle this. And I just, I cannot stop talking about this concept to give back that responsibility where it's like, yeah, but this is what the school wants. So this is what the school will get. This is what they already have. And just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean that I have to stew in all these negative emotions. Now, I have this class again tonight. I'll let you know how it goes. Because, and thank God it is this class. That's also a thing that I realized. I have two classes during the week, and one is a lower level, and they are still in the biggest classroom. And they're also on evenings that it's fairly quiet. So there's less chance that another class will be bigger and that they want to take my classroom. So I'm very, very happy that out of all the classes, this was the best class for me to move to a smaller classroom because they're getting old enough now that they can sit. I was going to say they can sit still in a chair. No, they can't, but it's easier for them to sit still in a chair for a longer period of time. And we can do more reading and writing activities and we're less dependent on very, very active, running around, dancing, board races. And that's more for like the younger classes. So yeah, I'm like, all right, well, this is the class that got it. Good thing that it is this higher level, not the lower level. Um, so yeah, give the responsibility back to the school and boy, enjoy that freedom. That is it. That's what I have for you today. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.